It could be a defining week for New York. The coming days might be the worst yet for America's hardest hit city. More than 4,000 people have now died in the state, and the death toll is rising quickly.
I think we all know that we have to reach a certain point, and that point is going to be a horrific point in terms of death, but it's also a point at which things are going to start changing. We're getting very close to that level right now, and the next week and a half, 2 weeks are going to be, I think they're going to be very difficult.
There is no avoiding what's coming. The government is now readying the nation for the worst.
The next week is going to be our Pearl Harbor moment. It's going to be our 9/11 moment. It's going to be the hardest moment for many Americans in their entire lives. And we really need to understand that if we want to flatten that curve and get through to the other side, everyone needs to do their part.
New York is fast reaching crunch point. It is right now in the thick of the crisis.
If you look at the 3-day roll as opposed to day-to-day, you could argue that you're seeing a plateauing, but they want to find out, they want the future data to determine if this was a plateau. So in other words, next week they'll tell you, after they have a few days, whether we're on a plateau or it was just a blip.
As New York is reaching the top of the mountain, other states are still climbing it. Death rates are rising across America, but it's what happens here in this city that will set the pace for the rest of the country.
For weeks, the hospitals have been preparing, the governor's been preparing, the National Guard has been preparing, and, of course, New Yorkers have been preparing. We'll know soon whether they've done enough.
The weekend sunshine briefly lifted the gloom, but there are dark days ahead for this city. New York and America is bracing for what comes next. Alistair Bunkall, Sky News, New York.